Over the Christmas holidays, Sarah and I traveled to Oceanside, California, a city on the Pacific coast between Los Angeles and San Diego, to have a little rest and relaxation and visit with her son Aiden, who was living temporarily in that area. While some viewers in our audience may have experienced a white Christmas, the only white we saw was sand on the beach and the caps of the Pacific surf. It was truly a much different Christmas than I ever had before. Our first order of business will be showing you the historic house used in the blockbuster film Top Gun and tell you a very brief history of Oceanside. Keep watching the rest of this video to see the kinds of things that we enjoyed while on this recent trip to Southern California. When you're in Oceanside, you of course spend time on the beach. While strolling on the Oceanside Harbor Beach on Christmas Eve, a fan named Jackie spotted us and ran up to us to say hello. I tried to get some video of our encounter, but got this instead.
Drive through it, you can't. No.
She reminded us that the famous house used in the filming of the 1986 movie Top Gun, starring Tom Cruise, was still around even though it had been recently moved. Originally incorporated in 1888, Oceanside billed itself as a seaside resort town in its earliest years, and that reputation has remained. One early promotional flyer that we found compared Oceanside to Coney Island. For well over a century, folks have enjoyed flocking here to enjoy the beach and the ocean. Wealthier families in Southern California had built a cluster of vacation houses overlooking the surf, and Dr. Henry Graves of Riverside was one of them. He built his Victorian cottage in 1887 on the corner of Pacific Street and Seagaze Drive. In Top Gun, this same house served as the home of Charlie Blackwood, played by Kelly McGinnis, as the love interest of protagonist Maverick, played by Tom Cruise. Her seaside abode appears prominently in the film. It's been reported that McGinnis fell in love with the home so much that she took up residence in it during its 2 week of production in 1985. And here we go. This is the original house that was used in the movie Top Gun. Released in 1986, the film would solidify Tom Cruise as a box office success and an A-list movie star. Since that time, the house has become a favorite landmark for both residents and visitors to Oceanside. The house was moved in 2020 from its original site after groundbreaking to allow the construction of new oceanfront hotels, which is the largest oceanfront development in San Diego County in the past decade. Today you'll find the Graves home, or Top Gun house, flanked by a tall resort hotel less than a half mile from where it used to be. The house has undergone extensive restoration, including structural improvements, and plans are to turn it into an ice cream parlor this year. There's a Top Gun house. Pretty old house. Check out this ornamental work. SD Malkin Properties expects that it will spend up to $1 million to relocate and restore this well-known cottage. I think what they've done so far, it's very nice. It's a very beautiful house. It's a shame that they had to move it from its original location. But it does look a little out of place. It's kind of dwarfed by these hotels that are surrounded. But once the ice cream shop opens, I think it's going to be a nice little asset to this development. Sarah and I enjoyed strolls down Oceanside Pier, where pelicans and gulls receive a lot of attention. The truth is, the Oceanside Pier is the longest wooden pier on the western U.S. coastline at 1,954 feet. Oceanside built its first pier in 1888 at what is now Wisconsin Avenue. It was destroyed by storms in the winter of 1890 and rebuilt in 1893 at what is now Pierview Way. 4 versions of the pier came and went with each heavy storm. The current pier was built at a cost of $5 million and was opened to the public in 1987. This little guy's missing a foot. He's called Stumpy. Gimpy. Gimpy the gull. Hi, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
It's kind of hard to videotape walking backwards with an iPhone.
It's a cool little area.
What is? Alright, so what do you think of that? Pretty cool, huh? The waves, they like crash.
So here we are, Oceanside. It's Christmas Eve. We're in Oceanside, California. Not a very white Christmas for us.
So somebody has etched into the sand here a Santa Claus with a patch on his knee that says ho ho ho. Despite the fact that it was Christmas Eve, we found that some souvenir shops were open at Oceanside Harbor Village.
Hard.
What do you call this?
Fingerboarding.
Huh?
Fingerboarding.
Fingerboarding.
Did you get that one?
It's Christmas Eve and we're in Southern California in a hot tub.
Wait. What are you? Is this History Hunter
It could
episode?
be.
Oh. Guest star Aiden Evans. It's been pretty warm and rainy.
As soon as we took Aiden to the pier on Christmas Day, there was a unicyclist entertaining visitors, and he was not only funny, but braver than I ever would be perched on that one-wheeled death trap.
It's a dangerous trick. Please stay back till I come off the unicycle. One time, this kid came running up in the middle of the show with $10 during this trick. I got so excited I fell and broke an arm in 3 different places. I felt really bad for that kid. 1, 2. Whoa, that was real. 1, 2. I remember when this country did things together. 1. Never mind. 1, 2. I'm gonna come down now. Love each other, respect each other, and love each other more. You guys have a safe and blessed experience here in Oceanside. That is my show. Ta-da.
As you'll see in a number of ocean communities, Oceanside memorializes some key folks who were important to that area. This bench was dedicated to Jerry Stapp, an Oceanside restaurant owner and humanitarian. When he was a young man, Jerry fought in World War II, participating in the D-Day landing at Utah Beach and in the Battle of the Bulge. So apparently there's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 people out there surfing on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, many restaurants and other attractions were closed, so we headed south to La Jolla to check out the seals on the beach in what is known as Children's Cove. We walked out on a sea-battered cement wall poured in 1931 to get a better look at them, while keeping a watchful eye on our backsides as well.
Here's the surf, pounding.
Should I go try to pet one? The pterodactyls
Where?
on the rock right there.
Oh.
On the day after Christmas, Sarah, Aiden, and I found something to do at Boomer's in nearby Vista off of Highway 78. We spent some time trying our skills on the green. Not that any of us are really that good. Anyone who's played putt-putt golf with me knows that I've developed this quirky count modeled after the Sesame Street count, especially as the number of putts continues to climb. Oceanside, California is a beautiful place to go, and if you have a chance, check it out. We hope that you enjoyed this episode of History Hunters. We would ask that you give us a like, a comment, and share this channel with your friends. Thank you so much.